Hello everyone, I'm Renowned Zero. Today we're going to be talking about Patty Jenkins apparently being able to reveal the last scene of Wonder Woman 3 being already written and teasing more films to come. Now, as we know, she directed the first Wonder Woman movie, which was very well received, whereas the second movie, Wonder Woman 1984, was not so well received with its 60 on Metascore and 3.7 user score over on Metacritic, and it's 58% critic score on Rotten Tomatoes, audience score 73%, whereas the first Wonder Woman movie, I'm pretty sure is in the high 90s, right? It's at an 83 audience score and 93% critic score. We don't care too much about the critics because they're paid shills, essentially, but this got an 83% audience score, so it must have been pretty good for a movie. But then again, it gave her a third movie even when the second movie wasn't great. We're going to go through this article here from Bounding into Comics. Patty Jenkins reveals the last scene of Wonder Woman 3 has already been written, teases more films to come. Wonder Woman director Patty Jenkins gave a huge update in the third installment, which may not be the end in terms of what Warner Bros. Wants to be done with the character under the Discovery regime. Jenkins was at the Matera Film Festival when she revealed where things stand with the film in the middle of the turmoil at the Warner Bros. Discovery that already claimed a few projects mid-production, but Wonder Woman 3 has fortune shining on it more than Batgirl and won't be one of those casualties. As Jenkins tells an interviewer and an audience in a sit-down chat after a screening, I just wrote last week the final scene for Wonder Woman 3, and I thought I'd be interested to see what happens next. So we know her heart and mind might be in it enough for a follow-up to the trilogy, and it sounds that way on the surface. This is the clip. I don't really. Oh, I should play this. I'll play it.
And so, whereas I said I was only going to do one, then I said, oh my god, I have to do two. And then I found myself saying, oh my god, I'm antsy to do three. And so even now I say that's it, because I always...
Of course you're antsy to do three. You want to make more money.
...planned a 3-movie arc. And so there is a story that goes through the 3 different movies as a whole. But even now, I just wrote last week the final scene for Wonder Woman 3, and I thought, I'd be interested to see what happened next. So you never know. They have asked us to think of
realize there's nobody applauding at all or anything like that.
Ways to do more, and it accidentally happens, but you never know. I have a lot of other films I'm excited to do as well.
You mean things like not Rogue Squadron that got canceled? She could be simply responding to orders passed down from the upper echelons of the studio, maybe David Zaslav himself. They have asked us to think of ways to do more, and it accidentally happens, but you never know, Jenkins added. I have a lot of other films I'm excited to do as well. That may be so, but we know one of those films won't be the Star Wars entry Rogue Squadron that was yanked from her grasp. Yeah, that movie was canceled, and I'm glad it was canceled. We don't need more Star Wars movies. The sequel trilogy was more than enough dog shit that we needed. This was after the aggrandized hoopla surrounding the announcement Jenkins was boarding the franchise, encapsulated by a teaser that featured the director putting on a helmet and getting in the X-Wing. I guarantee she knows nothing about Star Wars, as with most Lucasfilm employees. Back on the Warner DC side of things, the Wonder Woman spinoff starring the Amazons at Themyscira is still in development and mapped out based on what Jenkins has shared previously. We haven't heard much about it lately. I didn't even know that was coming out. Wow. So, news to me. Wonder Woman 3 was glowingly greenlit as soon as Wonder Woman 1984 was released in late 2020. That is true. Though that film underperformed even with a low bar set by pandemic lockdown restrictions, Zaslav isn't trying to tinker with the progress of the Amazonian heroine's third installment. If the consistent drips and drabs of science he's restoring the Snyderverse mean anything from continued reshoots for The Flash and Aquaman The Lost Kingdom to the returns of Ben Affleck and probably Henry Cavill, the CEO looks more like he is welcoming the latest entry in the Wonder Woman franchise. So it sounds like he wants to make more movies in this universe that wasn't very popular, it wasn't very good. Superman Man of Steel was garbage, Batman v Superman was hot garbage, and Justice League was garbage. Because they did too much of rushing and wanted to catch up with Marvel, who has spanned their movies years upon years upon years. And over a decade, they've made all the films and put it all together in one Marvel Cinematic Universe, which they are now, sadly but surely, going into the toilet with the MCU. with things like Ironheart coming out soon, and disasters like Miss Marvel and She-Hulk. So I guess we'll see what happens, and thank you guys for checking out this video. It really means a lot. Appreciate it, everyone, for subscribing and being here. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe for more content, ring the bell for notifications. That way you know when you get notifications when I post new videos, and comment below what you think about this. And as always, I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.